Alright, we're going to do a video of making French onion soup. So first of all, I'm going to get the bread cut. It's French bread. I'm going to turn this off now. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see the bread in there, but I cut it out so that it would kind of fit kind of close, but I'm only going to put it in there after the soup is heated up. So I'm heating up the soup on the oven now. So now I'm opening the soup. Oh, it's hard to get started always. Here's the soup. Okay, pouring the onion soup into the bowl. I don't put any water in it. That would be too much room, and it doesn't have the flavor it has when it's just plain soup. So now I'm going to put the soup in the oven, and then I'll show you when I get it out. Okay, this part is kind of tricky. Putting the bread in here, it's very, very hot. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's very hot. I usually use a knife and put the pieces in the way it's arranged. Ooh, boy, it's hot. Oof. I push them down, get them covered with juice. And then the trick is sprinkling on the mozzarella cheese. That's important. So I've got it pretty well set. Now I gotta get the cheese. Okay, here's the cheese. Just crumbling it up a little bit in my hands, kind of loosen it up so I can drizzle it in here. You want to be careful not to get the cheese on the bowl, because it's very, very hard to get off when you go to wash the bowl. This makes it easier. It's okay if it touches a little bit, but you don't want it draping over the edge if you can help it. So once I get the cheese, and I'm telling you, this is very hot. Oh, I think that's, I think it all go over here. Yeah. Okay, now the cheese goes back in the fridge. The bowl goes back in the oven for some. But this is the part that's hard to tell how long to do it. So I'm going to put it in the oven for a few minutes and see and watch it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, this is when it's done. I probably could have been a little blacker, but it's okay. But it's very, very, very hot right now. I use a glove like this to pick it up. If you touch that handle right now, you'll severely burn your hand. It's extremely hot. Now I gotta shut the oven door. Turn off the oven. Very hot in here. Turn off the oven light. There we go. So this is French soup a la Tony from whale bones, and I hope it's going to be good. But it takes a while for it to cool off. I don't dare eat it until it's cooled off enough. So I'm going to do is readjust this all and make it better for me. Okay, I let this cool off a bit. Let's just see if it's too hot still. Oh, it looks pretty good. So this is how you make French onion soup. It's got mozzarella cheese on it and some French bread. The bread is still really very hot. Oh, it's good though. Oh, oh, this is good. We haven't lived till if you have something like this. I have a knife because what you have to do sometimes is like wrap the cheese around the spoon or break it off and put it on the spoon just to get it so you can eat it. Eat it very carefully because it's very, very hot. I don't know what the temperature is. I can hold the handle on so it's cooled off quite a bit. Anyway, it's a very nutritious and very satisfying lunch. I love it. And kind of cut it off with the spoon on the bowl, side of the bowl. You got to have a bowl with a handle on it because you don't want to use a round bowl because you can't get it out of the oven without burning yourself. And I mean really burning yourself. Don't even try it. Very good. It's extremely good. Very, very wholesome food. But don't be afraid to be careful because I'll tell you, you can burn your mouth really bad on this cheese and this hot bread. You might want to cool it off by blowing on it before you eat it, but it's really a good meal. Very, very filling. Leo said afterwards, he's got some watermelon in the fridge for me. Well, that bite was really hot. You always have to be prepared to spit it back out if it's burning you. But usually I can eat it like this, and it's cool enough. I've waited long enough that it's cooled down enough that I can eat it without stopping, but still wise to test it. Really yummy. This is one of my all-time perfectly favorite entrees to eat. It's easy to make. Well, not really easy. I guess it's kind of complicated in a way because you gotta have a good oven mitt. Because some of them you'll absolutely burn yourself bad if you don't have a good one. What I used to do is take and put in between, when I put it in there, or put it in the oven and then take it out to put the cheese in there. Usually it's so hot that the glove is hot enough to burn you in a way, but then what I do is put it in the freezer for a few minutes and then use it again when I take it out of the freezer to take the soup out of the oven after it's cooked. And then it's really hot, man. I'll tell you what, it's just boiling hot. It's just absolutely bubbling. I showed you that when I brought it out. Oh yeah, very, very good. Yes, sir, man. I'm definitely loving this, and I'm definitely enjoying this. Very, very yummy. French onion soup right out of the kitchens of France. A really good French bread is also recommended. You got to have a good bread base. It's thick enough and bold enough to take the heat and take the cheese and everything without deforming too badly. Yes, sir. So this is one of Tony's favorites from whale bones. The cheese sticks to the spoon. You have to use your teeth to get it off. But I'll tell you what, this is one soup that really sticks to your ribs. It really does. Yeah. Yes, sir, baby. French onion soup from Tony's Kitchen. How do you like it? I bet you would like to have some of this too. I can even hold the handle now. It's amazing, man. It's French onion soup and I can hold the handle without burning myself. Man, that's nice. The soup has got round on the top somewhat. It's nice. That's how you cut it off out of there. Kind of breaks it like you can get it off. That mouthful of soup was hot, man. I can eat this every day, actually. I don't, though, because you got to have variety, but I love it, though. It's one of my very favorites. Always has been. I bought the bowls for this especially because they have a handle. And then when I tried it with a round bowl, I'll tell you what, I burnt my hand so bad, it was like took a couple weeks to heal. It was really, really a severe burn. And don't mess around, because the oven, when it does this, you put it on high, on broil, and I'm telling you, it gets way hot. It gets so hot, you don't want to forget it in the oven, because one time I did, and it turned out to be it looked like lava, like black lava. It was so hot in there. Okay. It's a little messy to eat. That's why I usually have the knife around. Break it in little hunks like this, and then use this spoon to cut it off. And it usually cuts off pretty well. You might have to pull it a little bit. I tried it with Swiss cheese once, but it was kind of a flop. I like the mozzarella much better, I think. It's a little bit messier in a way. It's still really good, though. Leo doesn't like this, I don't think. He doesn't ask me to make them. I would make it if he wanted it, but he normally doesn't like soup that much. He likes macaroni and cheese and tacos and burritos. sometimes you eat it with a nice pickle. But I have to be very careful of eating too much salt because of my edema. So I can't eat a lot of salt. And this has a lot of salt in it, so I don't, you know, compound that by eating, you know, pickles, which adds to the problem. It's getting colder out, so a nice warm bowl of soup like this really is welcome. When it's probably even better when it's freezing cold out there. It's cold though. It's down in the 40s or 50s right now. Pretty soon I'm going to have to take Willie, CEO Willie, out of his tank and send him back to nature. I'll probably put him in, well, depending on what lake we go to. I'd like to put him back in the Molten Lake because I like that lake more than Round Lake. That's where I caught him. And that in itself is going to be a task because we have to get him out of the tank and keep him alive by putting him in the live well, and then take him to the lake and then release him and you know, make sure he's okay. Which I'm pretty sure we can do. I just don't want him to die, you know. I want to keep him healthy so that he has a good chance of living. I found some really interesting lessons from having him. And that is, I can put minnows in with him, and they live pretty well, and they're food for him. But if I put another fish in there, a good size, like a sunfish or something, every one I put in there dies because there's not enough oxygen. So I never have been able to do that. Now, if I just had sunfish in there, it probably would be okay. But I wanted the bass to just see if I could keep them alive and stuff, and that was cool. Boy, this is good. So if you want to know how to do French onion soup like this, I've shown you the way. And trust me, you can't wait to get into your kitchen and make this, because you'll find, even for the rest of your family and everyone, that this is really a welcome soup. Very good. Getting to the end here. Cutting it off a little bit. Yep. It's really a great day today. I don't know if you can see it. But it's very, very cloudy and cold. Not exactly what you like when you're you know, trying to stay warm. I'm just getting over a cold. Really bad cold made me have really extreme diarrhea, really, really bad, where I just was nothing but like liquid vessel, dumping liquid out all the time, and I was getting very dehydrated, so I'm trying to get back in shape. And they said at the hospital that I'd have to just wait. There's no medicine they could give me other than Imodium, for the diarrhea. But my friend Rita said that if I take rind of a pomegranate, which is not in season yet, but when they are in season, and make a tea from that, of a few rinds of that, it has to be dry first, and you make a tea, about a cup of tea, and that will provide you with almost like it will help you not have loose stools really bad. They won't be liquid, but you got to be careful too, because if you take too much, then you're going to get really constipated. But anyway, I thought that was a good tip, but I have to wait for the one thing that I really regret in a way. They used to have Concord grapes at Walmart, and I haven't seen them again in there for about 4 or 5 years, and boy were they good, man. I remember my uncle that he used to have a big orchard of them. They used to have the big yellow spiders that inhabited that place, the orchard, and they were really spiders that bit. You had to be careful when you were not only eating them, but picking them as well. Well, anyway, I'm finishing this bowl of soup here the best I can. Yummy. So that finishes my lunch period. I'll get some watermelon now. Thanks for watching. Tony from Whalebones out. Hi, this is Tony at Whalebones again. And what I'm going to show you today are what tansies look like after they get into the fall. And also rose hips. As you can see, the tansies kind of turn brown. They go to various stages of yellow, and then they turn brown, and then they get brittle and all that. And here's some here that are still yellow, I guess. And then I'm going to show you some rose hips. And rose hips are, I think here's some more tansies. There's some rose hips here. They're all scattered through here. There are more out here. I'll show you. They're scattered all through here. Another way, these popple trees have really grown pretty fast. They're kind of neat. But one tree that I really favor is my basswood tree. It's very young. It's way taller than me. This is it. They have very big leaves and they grow very fast. See? Here are some rose hips out here. Some real pretty ones. They turn red. They're like little tomatoes. But they're really... Hey, Bella. Bella, what you doing? Here's Leo's car. His hot rod. It's in the sun. It's a 1950 DeSoto, and he's going to restore it. Put a 327 in it. He's been working on all kinds of stuff. He's polished the horn was really beautiful. He showed it to me earlier. He's working on it. I think that this thing is in the sun too. This is really something I like. And that is this Explorer here. You can see it's clear. It would be cool if it was lit up. You know, like Christopher Columbus, DeSoto. Something goes in here too, but I don't know what. I can see, yeah. The grill is really classic though. Anyway, that's it for Whalebones. Tony out, son. My friends, have a good day. Tony out. What are you doing there, huh? What are you doing, Bella? Well, you're hot, warm, huh? Out in the sun? Yeah. Are you heading for the shade? Yeah.